first kick in history to understand football, we must travel back more than 2,000 years to ancient China. During the Han Dynasty, there existed a game known as Cuju, a game where players kicked a leather ball attempting to send it through a small opening in a net. Before we continue, please share with us your football experience in the comment section. No hands allowed, no chaos, just precision, control, and skill. It wasn't just entertainment. It was military training, discipline, coordination. Focus, and without realizing it, they were playing the earliest form of football. Greece and Rome, the game gets rough, but in ancient Greece, the game changed. They played something called ipiskiros, and the Romans, they turned it into harpastum. This wasn't gentle, this wasn't controlled. This was war disguised as sport. Players pushed, pulled, fought. The ball was small, the field was chaotic, and the objective, control at all costs. It was physical, it was aggressive. And it revealed something important about human nature. We don't just love to play, we love to compete. A universal idea. What's fascinating is this: these games weren't connected. China, Greece, Rome, different cultures, different rules, but the same idea: a ball, a goal, a challenge. It's as if football was never invented, it was discovered. Chaos in the streets. Fast forward to medieval Europe, and now football had lost all structure. There were no teams, no referees, no rules. Just entire villages facing off against each other, hundreds of players, one ball, and one objective: get it to the other side. By any means necessary, banned, but unstoppable. The game became so violent, so uncontrollable that kings tried to ban it. In England, King Edward II issued a royal decree to stop football. Why? Because it caused chaos, injuries, riots, destruction. But here's the truth: the people didn't stop. They couldn't, because football had already become something deeper than a game. It was emotion, it was identity, it was freedom. The beginning of passion. This was the moment football stopped being just an activity and became a passion, a force strong enough to defy kings, a game powerful enough to unite entire communities. And this raw, chaotic version of football would eventually evolve into something the world had never seen before. But chaos cannot last forever, because soon, in one country, one decision would change football forever. The birth of modern football, the problem of too many rules. By the 19th century, football had spread across England. But there was a problem. Every school, every town, every group played by different rules. Some allowed players to carry the ball, others banned it completely. Some games looked like rugby, others looked like what we now call football. It was confusion, chaos again. But this time something different happened. Instead of letting chaos win, people chose order. The most important meeting in football history. In 1863, in a small room in London, representatives from different clubs gathered. They argued, they debated, they disagreed, until finally a decision was made: the creation of the Football Association. This was the moment, the turning point, the birth of modern football. The rule that changed everything. One rule defined it all: no handling the ball. That single decision separated football from rugby forever. And just like that, a new identity was born. The first official matches with rules now in place. Football became structured, organized, recognizable. Clubs formed, matches were scheduled. And slowly, football transformed from chaos into a sport, the seed of a global game. But something even bigger was happening. Without anyone realizing it, England had just created the blueprint of the world's most popular sport. Football spreads across the world. The game travels. Football did not stay in England. It couldn't. Because the British Empire was everywhere. Sailors carried it, soldiers shared it, traders introduced it, and wherever it arrived, something magical happened. People understood it instantly. South America falls in love. In countries like Brazil and Argentina, football wasn't just accepted, it was embraced. It became art, style, expression. The streets became training grounds, the poor found a voice, and football became a way out. Africa, an identity. In Africa, from Nigeria to Ghana, children played barefoot. No stadiums, no equipment, just passion, just dreams. From the streets of Lagos to villages across the continent, football became identity, hope, belief. Europe built structure. Across Europe, clubs formed, leagues emerged, rivalries began, fans chose sides, and football began to grow roots everywhere. FIFA and the World Cup. The need for unity. As football spread, one problem remained: there was no global control, no single authority. So in 1904, something historic happened. Backhand index pointing right, the creation of FIFA trophy, the first World Cup. Building excitement. Then in 1930, the dream became reality. Backhand index pointing right, the first FIFA World Cup, hosted by Uruguay. Only 13 teams, no massive crowds like today, no global broadcast, but something powerful had begun. A tournament that changed everything. The World Cup became more than a competition. It became pride, national identity, global unity. Every 4 years, the world stopped. To watch, to cheer, to believe. As we continue, let us talk about legends of the game. Pelé, the King Pelé, a name that echoes through history. 3 World Cups, unmatched brilliance. He didn't just play football, he defined greatness. Diego Maradona, genius and chaos. Maradona, magic and madness. A player who could beat an entire team and change a game in seconds. The hand of God, still debated today. Lionel Messi, the artist Messi, precision, grace, perfection, a quiet genius who let his feet do the talking. Cristiano Ronaldo, the machine Ronaldo, power, discipline, relentless drive, proof that greatness can be built. More than players, these were not just athletes. They were symbols, dreams, inspiration. They made millions believe. If they can, so can I. Club football and global dominance. Soccer ball, rise of club power. While international football, United Nations, club football created daily passion. Leagues like English Premier League, La Liga, UEFA Champions League became global phenomena. Football becomes an industry. Football was no longer just a sport. It became business, entertainment, power. Clubs turned into brands, players became global icons, and the game became bigger than ever imagined. Technology enters the game today. Football has evolved. Technology now assists decisions, VAR reviews moments, goal line tech removes doubt. The game is faster, sharper, more precise. A digital global game. Social media, broadcasting, streaming now connect billions instantly. A goal scored in Europe is celebrated in Africa within seconds. Why football matters. Football is not just about winning. It is not just about trophies. It is about hope, dreams, identity. From a child kicking a ball in the street to a player lifting the World Cup, the journey is the same. Believe. From ancient fields to modern stadiums, from chaos to global unity, football has come a long way, and yet the story is not finished, because every match, every goal, every dream tells the next chapter. If you enjoyed this documentaries, please let us know your favorite football player in the comments section.